Hey guys, what's up? We are going to see The Killing Joke right now, and I'm really excited for this. Oh my god, this is so awesome. So yeah, sorry I was so angry in my last video. That topic really kind of fueled me, I guess. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of like a before and after review. So this is before we see it, and then we're gonna I'll come back in a little bit and we'll talk about that later. So yeah, I think the movie's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be fun. It's definitely going to be something new. I hear it's the darkest Batman movie yet, so that's going to be something. It's going to be so much fun. Alright, and I want to go in with high expectations with this movie, but it's probably gonna, I don't know how it's gonna work out. I don't know. So I'm kind of going in with an open mind, even though, you know, that scene kind of, you know, yeah. Talk. Alright, so I'll see you in a little bit. Oh man, we're in the theater right now. There's no one here. We're like an hour early. It's so fun. Alright, so we just got done watching The Killing Joke, and it's pretty late out. I liked it. I'll say I like it. I really did like it. It was very nice. Mark Hamill's voice just nails it every time, of course. Kevin Conroy was awesome as Batman. But there's some parts that I didn't like about it, and I'll talk about that in the spoiler section of this video. It's right now I want to get to the general review of it. There's no spoilers in this one, in this part. So I have to say that I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the ending did end very abruptly. It was kind of just like if you haven't read the comic, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about, but it kind of just ended like the comic did, but it was very awkward after that like last panel. It was just like, and there wasn't any music. It was just like going and then done, and then it was on screen, Batman Killing Joke, and then cast members. I was so weird. I was like, is this a joke? It was so weird. But yeah, I thought it was a great story. The beginning that they added in with Batgirl definitely worked. I like it. I like how that worked out. I didn't think it was gonna work out very well, obviously, from my freaking rant video. Of that scene, which wasn't really bad anyway. It was completely fine. So the scene with Batgirl and Batman, actually, it did work. It did work with the rest of the Batgirl prologue story. So yeah, it was all right. It was pretty funny too. That movie was hilarious. There was some parts like jokes that, you know, random people, not like particularly the cast members, like main cast, like, you know, Batgirl, Batman, and everyone else. It was kind of just like, sometimes it was the other people that just made the jokes, and Joker is kind of funny in this one. He's pretty funny towards the end, but there's some really funny jokes in that. So yeah, I'd probably give this movie like 7.5, no, probably like 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Just because I thought that the animation, like a lot of people are saying this, like the animation, it did look good. Batman and Batgirl and everyone else I thought looked really good. But Joker, for some reason, he looked good. But the way he moved and the way his facial features changed in expression wasn't really the animated series was. It was kind of like very quick change and like up and down, and some things were like out of place, and maybe his like mouth was disformed. It was really weird, but you know, all in all, it's a great movie. Yeah, I like it. It was pretty awesome. I'll talk more about it in the next segment. Alright, so now onto the spoiler part of this video. Now, I really like the movie. Like I said, I like the movie. Let's talk about the ending. The ending ended very abruptly. It was kind of like it was kind of just like, oh, they laugh, they're laughing, and they're laughing, and there's no music, by the way, which is really weird, and they're just laughing and laughing, and then all of a sudden it just like, well, Joker's laughter stops, and then Batman keeps laughing, and then just cuts to the puddle, and then it just ends, and then it's just like cuts to black, and then Batman the Killing Joke comes up on screen, and then the editors and directors' names and everything. I'm thinking, what? It's my literal reaction. I was like, what? I'm like, it's very weird ending. Like, yeah, they ended it like the comic, but it's just like, that is weird. Like, why would they end it so weirdly? It was just like, oh, they're laughing, and then like black, and then boom, like that's it. I'm like, no music? The music, when I'm thinking this in the comic, when I have the comic in my hands and I'm reading it, I'm thinking, oh, their laughter is fueling, it's the air in the air. It's like, it's becoming wilder. Their laughter is growing, and then the cop car comes back. The cop car comes, and the beam of light, which is supposed to like replicate the light that Joker was talking about with his flashlight, and the beam of light where they walk across. Um, and I'm thinking, wow, this is so amazing. Like, they're laughing, and like, what happened now? Batman's laughing. I'm freaking out. We're freaking out. And I'm thinking, all the music. There could be so much music in the back. It's getting louder and bigger, and this triumph. And then all of a sudden, it just can just end. Nope. There wasn't even the cop car, dude. The cop car. There wasn't even the cop car, dude. There was no beam of light. There was, I was like, what? I was waiting for that beam of light too. I'm like, what? Why? Like, oh, man, they could have ended it a lot better, right? Let's go to the Batgirl prologue story. The Batgirl prologue story actually worked really well. It kind of flowed pretty great, and then right into the Killing Joke. The scene that I was getting so mad about, sorry I was getting so mad in my other video, but actually worked pretty well. I think it worked out fine. Actually, it was fine. I don't know why I got so mad about it. It was just fine. Um, by the way, I totally don't think this movie should have been rated R. There was like, dude, there was literally no rated R stuff. To my mind, it may be different to, like, say a 13-year-old, maybe a 10-year-old. Probably would have scarred them for life if they saw some of the stuff in there. Like when a couple guys got shot in the head, I mean, that's nothing really. But, it might scare some kids. It really shouldn't have been rated R. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, really was nothing. The Batgirl scene where she gets shot, Barbara gets shot, was okay. Yeah, I think it was good. The only thing I didn't like about it was when that freaking slow-mo shot where she's like, and just, falls, like, Matrix style. I'm like, dude, freaking slow-mo dramatic fall. Really? Slow-mo dramatic fall? Like, every movie ever? Like, every movie has that. It was so, like, cliche freaking dramatic fall. I was like, really? They did that? They really did that? I was kind of annoyed with that. Yeah, and then she hits the table, and then I'm like, oh, dude. Like, whoa, shit, that table hard. The blood goes flying everywhere. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Like it. The flashback sequences with Joker were very fast paced. I really think they could have like slowed it down a bit more just to get the emotion to settle in more. But they didn't. They just kind of like got straight to the point. They're like, oh, Joker flashback, and then boom, 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 done. Get the point across. Back to the story. And I really wish they kind of just smooth that out just a bit more and make it nice and like slowed, you know. But whatever. I guess really isn't a spoiler, but Mark Hamill's singing. Mark Hamill singing "I Go Loony." That is probably the greatest part in the entire movie. I'd have to say that was pretty awesome. I was smiling throughout the whole song. I couldn't stop smiling. It was so awesome. I was like, this is great. He's hilarious when he's singing the energetic. It's so energetic, and he's twirling his cane, and he's got his top hat, you know, and it's so great. It's so great, you guys. Definitely see this movie. The movie is definitely different from the comic, but they did everything you see in the comic ended up in the movie. The music, like I said, was not in some of the parts. One of the most iconic parts of the comic was when he's got his hands on his head and he's smiling and laughing, and there's no music. I'm like, dude, it's so awkward in that scene. Well, actually, it was pretty awesome, because he crawls out with the hood on, and he gets it off, and then he looks, and he's like, whoa, and then, like, he starts, like, crying and then he starts laughing, and then we're just like, whoa, this is pretty cool, but there's no music behind it. Now, what I'm thinking is they could have added some very subtle music when it started, and a very creepy music, and then when he gets into that roar of laughter, they could have thrown a big chord or something and made it like really loud music when he's laughing to make it more energetic and crazy, you know. But no, just leave music out. And then there's just like cuts, the where they switch over to scenes. It was just like where he's laughing, it was just cut back to Batman, and like cut back. Really weird. There wasn't any transition. When they go back to his backstory, there might be a slight blur into his backstory. When Bruce is in the Batcave and he's checking out Joker's files, the greatest thing they've done with this movie, let me tell you, that's the greatest thing they've done with this movie, because he pulls up the Joker's like alias, you know, and he's looking at it, and on screen are pictures, like 6 pictures, and they're all the Jokers of all time. You have Jack Nicholson Joker, where he's well, it's drawn in like the Killing Joke style, but it's Jack Nicholson Joker with the sunglasses and the product in his hand, and he's on the beach, you know, in that scene in Batman 1989, you know, and he's sitting on the lawn chair, you know. They have that picture. They have a picture with the Joker and Harley. They have the Dark Knight. Oh, they have a Dark Knight picture where he's in that green vest and he's got his hands on his lap and he's just kind of watching in that cell, you know, in Dark Knight. They have that. They have, I believe, oh, they had the laughing fish. They had pictures of a laughing fish, and they had the one where he's holding the cards on the cover of Man Who Laughs. Picture of him holding the cards and he's smiling. They have that one, which actually I think was drawn very well. So yeah, let me guys know what you think. I would definitely go see the movie. If you get a chance, you can still see it 26th. It's 25th today. I saw it at 7:30. Pretty awesome. It's the first showing other than Comic-Con, so that's pretty awesome. I'm very thankful I got to see that. And it comes out on DVD August 2nd, and you get all the exclusives. You get a Best Buy, I think, comes with the Man Who Laughs comic. I don't know. I'm getting it. And then you get like the little figurine in there, and you get like, you know, the box set and everything. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so let me know if you guys saw The Killing Joke. Let me know if you plan on seeing The Killing Joke. And let me know your thoughts after you see The Killing Joke in the comments below. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you next time. The movie wasn't slow by all memes. by all memes. Where it's very, you know, and the beam of light, which is and the beam of light. I don't know, how do you think it was? Alright. Now let's go see Suicide Squad.